Everything has small beginnings, even a corporation like Aperture Science. Before the colossal laboratories were built, Aperture Science was called Aperture Fixtures, a much smaller organization that sold shower curtains. This was all run by a man that went by the name of Cave Johnson. Eventually, Cave Johnson would have bolder and more ambitious ideas, and so Aperture Fixtures became Aperture Science. Somewhere in Michigan, in a large abandoned salt mine, the Aperture Science Enrichment Center was built. Many tests were conducted in these laboratories, and of course, with every test, you need the lab rats. In this case, these test subjects were Olympians, war heroes, and even astronauts that Cave Johnson invited over to the cause of science.
Welcome, gentlemen, to Aperture Science. Astronauts, war heroes, Olympians, you're here because we want the best, and you are it. So, who is ready to make some science? Now, you already met one another on the limo ride over, so let me introduce myself. I'm Cave Johnson. I own the place. That eager voice you heard is the lovely Carolyn, my assistant. Rest assured, she has transferred your honorarium to the charitable organization of your choice. Isn't that right, Carolyn? She's the backbone of this facility. Pretty as a postcard, too. Sorry, fellas, she's married. To science.
In this time of testing, many inventions were made. The Wade Storage Cube, repulsion gel, the megawatt super colliding button, and the Aperture Science portable quantum tunneling device, also known as the portal gun. Eventually, Cave Johnson chose to hire the homeless and the poor to aid Aperture Laboratories in testing. But there was another problem too. Spending too much time around the various gels that were made began to turn Cave Johnson sick and ill. Fearing for his corporation, he passed on the leadership to his assistant, Coraline, as a contingency plan. This plan was for Coraline's consciousness to be placed into an AI. Eventually, after Johnson's passing, the development of GLaDOS began, short for Genetic Lifeform and Disk Operating System. Eventually, GLaDOS was activated for the very first time, on a day called Bring Your Daughter to Work Day. As the name suggests, many of the scientists working there brought their daughters over for the big event. But something went wrong, and GLaDOS snapped. The newly born AI released a deadly neurotoxin that flooded the whole laboratory, killing everyone. Or almost everyone. There were two that survived, a girl and a man, lab rats. The now homicidal AI GLaDOS watches over the entire laboratory, putting the whole place through an endless cycle of tests, with the promise of an end full of lies.